What's up, everyone? Recently, I got a comment from Mr. Caffeine 9017. I'm playing Seg Ripper and I'm trying to farm my Draconic Perpetus. I can handle the dungeon just fine, except for the Inner Ugliness boss. As soon as the text pops up, I try spamming my AoE skills, but no matter how many times I try, or how I try it, I just die. I must have tried it almost 50 times at this point. I watched your video guide, but it's just not working for me. Do you have any tips on how I can defeat him? Now, Mr. Caffeine is referencing a old version of how to complete this boss. I've already messaged with him and he's already figured it out, but I figured I'd make a guide about this just because my Inner Ugliness guide, that's I think part of one of my Perpetus guys, is outdated now, and this is no longer how you defeat it. Again, this was a glitch from a long time ago. Does not work anymore. You have to follow the actual mechanics now. So in today's video, we're going to be going over that. Really simple. Won't take very long, but I know Mr. Caffeine here is not the only person that has had a problem with this, so I just want to make a quick guide. It'll be easy. All right, so I'm going to pull up the most recent patch notes about the dungeon so that I can kind of explain what's changed. So we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to open up this. So this is the change that was made. Basically, the notification and the person you have to run to has changed. So the mechanic is there is a notification that appears on top of your screen. That notification correlates to one of the NPCs that you then have to run to that will give you a buff and your party a buff to help you survive the dungeon. So in the past, if you wanted to actually follow the mechanics of the dungeon, you had to memorize this. This is no longer the case because they added a very, very nice mechanic to make this easier. You can see it here, number 2. A light pillar will be added to the relevant NPC during pattern progress, making it easier to break the pattern. You can see what the light pillar looks like right there. So yeah, that's all you have to look for. And I'm going to give a little demo now of how I complete this, just so that you guys can get an idea on how to do it yourself. When you're ready to start the boss, you're just going to run to the blue crystal ball located on the east side of the control room after defeating the Benel Fairy boss, and you got to make sure you have Dream Powder, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to put your hand over it. If you need Dream Powder, I have a guide for that on my channel. You can check it out. So like I said earlier, there are text patterns that you can follow, but they made this a lot easier, and all you really have to do is follow the light, so I'll be just showing you how to do that here. I do recommend having a second account for doing this because you can have one account that's focused on attacking while the other account is running around and doing the mechanic. It just makes this a lot easier. I'll demonstrate that here with my wizard and my Alokes. That being said, you can easily do it with one character too. It'll just take a little bit longer. All right, so let's go ahead and go on in. So this first, don't try to reveal the stupid past. That is not part of the mechanic. That is just the first thing that happens. Now, sometimes the first text trigger will happen right off the bat. Sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it didn't. So I didn't want to lose them both. So if you look here, Mater is glowing. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to run over to Mater, and I'll get this little buff right here that says Mater's energy has been absorbed into you. Now, this not only applies to my wizard, but it applies to my Alokes as well that's in my party. As you can see here, I started attacking with my Alokes on the Inner Ugliness with battle support just to make this easier. And then I can also help with my wizard, but again, just focusing on the mechanic with my wizard. I do recommend having something that makes you faster. Again, Rubinson's glowing. I'm going to run to him. And yeah, then I can just attack. It's really that simple, guys. This boss does not attack you or anything. Makes it really easy. The only thing that's a little bit annoying about this boss while you're trying to farm your perp is that he does kind of have a lot of HP, so it takes a while, but since you're not taking any damage, that's really not a big deal at all. Again, having 2 accounts here is nice. Just makes it a little bit easier and faster, but not required whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. It's really that simple. I really like the mechanic that they added here with the glowing light. They didn't used to have that. And everyone used to have to perform the mechanic, so I don't miss that either. Yeah, no, overall, it's just great. And yeah, that's the, we got lucky, it's right here again. That's kind of the change between how it used to be and as it is now. As I mentioned, you know, my old guide, there was kind of a bug to complete this, and now you don't really have to do it that way anymore. You just do the actual mechanic, and with the glowing light, it's a lot easier. Yeah, so we'll see if I get a dragon horn here. Still trying to get that on my Alokes. I haven't had any luck yet. But yeah, take a look. Oh, ho, ho, for the video. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's that's just a little treat too for my Alokes, you know. So go ahead and get that dragon horn. No, that's phenomenal. The drop rate's a lot higher than it used to be, but I'm on like run 50 or so, and I still haven't seen the horn drop. So the fact that I got that is amazing. Anyway, I hope you guys found this guide helpful. If you have any questions or suggestions, as always, you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, guys, take care.